Hello everyone, welcome to Next Corner. Today I'm going to talk to you about If It Bleeds by Stephen King. I just finished the book there last week. Really enjoyed it. 4 short stories. It was my first short story collection from King. I am looking forward to reading more. I got 2 more here behind me that I am definitely going to be picking up. Probably around next year. I have a conversational topic about that in another video that we will be discussing. And this had one of the best opening stories I've ever read. I loved Mr. Harrigan's Phone. A coming-of-age story about a boy who is just doing good and an old rich man who kind of has the boy as company, but nothing wrong with what is going on, and they actually form a strong bond together. And he dies, so they put the phone in with him, and stuff ensues. It was a very gripping and very entertaining story. I was really hooked for that one. It was one that I really loved. And then the second book in it was called The Life of Chuck, which had 3 acts in it. And you started in Act 3 and worked your way back to Act 1. And it was very interesting. It didn't capture me as much as Mr. Harrigan's Phone. I thought that was just phenomenal. And it really outshined The Life of Chuck. And The Life of Chuck was really good. I really enjoyed it, but it was just one of those things that just didn't hit as well as Mr. Harrigan's Phone. The third story in the book is If It Bleeds, and that has Holly Gibney in it. Holly Gibney is maybe my favorite Stephen King character. I really enjoy her, and you can tell Stephen King really enjoys her because he writes her so well. He puts a lot of effort into making her amazing, like as amazing as she is. And so I am a huge fan of Holly Gibney. She is fantastic. If It Bleeds was a wonderful next step after The Outsider, and I really enjoyed that. Now, the final story in this was the one that I was initially looking forward to the most. It's called Rat. To me, rodents, I don't like rodents, so they don't scare me or anything, but they just make me uncomfortable because they carry disease. And so, for instance, in Misery, spoiler alert, there's a rat in the basement that starts chewing on the guy. And that was a very uncomfortable scene because of all the rats. And I was kind of hoping that this story was going to feel that way. And it didn't, so it felt a little flat. So 2 out of 4 were phenomenal stories, and the other 2 were good to okay. I think I like The Life of Chuck better than Rat. But Rat, I think, is probably my least favorite in the book. I would have to say Mr. Harrigan's Phone and If It Bleeds are tied for first, because I really enjoyed both of them. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 because the other 2 stories, although good, but not as engaging, were books that I just kind of fell flat on a little bit, and that's what kind of kept it from getting that perfect 5 stars, because not all the stories were perfect. 2 of them were, and the other 2 were just good. So 3 or 4 star, 3.5, 4, I think. So I'm really happy with it. I was so excited to get it when it showed up, and If It Bleeds is fantastic. So if you want to read some awesome Stephen King, but you don't want to invest in big books, like a bunch of books, but you want to see how his writing is, If It Bleeds might be a great place to start, because you get 4 of his stories, all of them very different, and you can see what you like. Anyway, guys, that's everything for today. Thank you so much for coming to the corner, and have a wonderful day.